Good morning, everyone. Today is snowing. It's snowing. It's not even that much, but it's snowing nonetheless. So they actually got it right. We'll see how much snow we get. Let me know how much snow you guys are getting and if you're freezing your ass off. But anyway, today is Sunday, January 25th, and today is GuesstiMania, where we go through what YieldMax is paying. We're going to guess what they're paying based on how the various funds performed throughout the week. And we'll give it our best damn guess. If we're wrong, who gives a damn? If we're right, we rule, right? Anyway, Bitcoin update. How we doing? Yeah, same old, 88,000. Nothing too exciting here, not enough people buying maybe. But what happened here? I don't know. Little drop at 3:50 a.m. People selling maybe. I don't know who actually sells. Everyone you talk to, I buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. Who are these mystery sellers? But I don't know. I guess they're there. If we go over this past week, boom! Look at that, 95K, all the way down. Oh my goodness, to 92K. And then down, all the way down here to 87K. So, hey, it's the battle. It's the battle, but it's a long-term game, right? We're going to wait and wait and wait. And hopefully we become Bitcoin millionaires before we die, right? If not, I guess we'll pass it along to the kids, and then hopefully they become Bitcoin millionaires. But we'll see. I think I woke up the little one. He was actually sleeping before I started this video, which never happens. Make sure I locked the door. Yeah, I did. All right. So what else? The distribution schedule. By the way, good morning. Good morning. We are live on YouTube and X. First one here. Let's give him credit. Biggest Woody. Good morning. You made it. You won. Congratulations. You won. You didn't win anything, but you won. So congratulations. Pay the Piper, ready to talk wrestling. Psycho Sid, always happy to, bring in some wrestling. Rest in peace, by the way, Psycho Sid. He was the man. Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. I am here today. Okay, for that, Sergio, we will play it at the end, just for you. All right. I'm glad you enjoy it. 80. Yeah, Nick. We know Nikki's jealous that she's not in New Jersey with enjoying the snow. But currently freezing in Texas. Yeah, I doubt that. You don't know what freezing is, What's freezing to you? But anyway, let's look at the distribution schedule for YieldMax. Target 12s, we don't really care about those. Group 1, we care about those. ULTY's in that. SOLTY's in that. YMAX, the other suckers. If we look here, normal schedule. There's no holiday this week, unfortunately. So declaration date for group 1 will be Tuesday morning. Wednesday will be the ex-dividend date. Thursday will be the payment date. And I know everyone knows this, but just in case you don't, in order to qualify for the distribution, you would have to own it the trading day prior to the ex-dividend date, okay? Which in this example is Tuesday. So you'd have to own it by Tuesday, hold it until ex-dividend date, which is the Wednesday. So if you sell it on the Wednesday, that's fine. You'll still get the distribution. But keep in mind, the ETF will drop in price. So you ain't fooling anyone, right? That the money's coming out of the fund on ex-dividend date. So, you're not like making bank on it. Unless, of course, like the underlying jumps up, then it's like a swing trade in its own. A lot of people play that game, but to me, that's not for me. But anyway, so own it before Wednesday until Wednesday, and do what you want after. Do what you want as of Wednesday. At least for group 1. Of course, group 2, they got the biggies. They got the popular ones. They got the MSTYs, the NVDYs. This, that, and the other thing. Sorry, 1 second. All right, didn't mute it for that. So you get the live coughing. But what do we got going on here? Wednesday, January 28th is their declaration date. Maybe home for that since this is going to be a snowy week. So maybe I'll declare them live with you guys, but we'll see. Ex-dividend date is the Thursday, and then Friday payday. You know, nothing new there. And of course, yeah, last but not least, we got the 25, the target 25s, which in my opinion, probably will be the best, should be the best performing funds like overall. Because if you think about it, all right, what is the right target? What is the right yield that will do better over time? Because if you're options trading and you're trying to force a certain yield, the lower the yield, the safer you could play it, which means, you know, typically more upside appreciation for you. Hopefully, unless it's a crappy underlying, then it's just going to go down anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But yeah, pick your underlying. So anyway, they declare on Monday, tomorrow, the 26th. And yeah, we know the drill. Ex-dividend date next day, payment date next day. All right, we good? Let's go. Here is the file. Here is my my ongoing file for the YieldMax coverage. All right, the dog hears everyone waking up, so here we go with the barking. By the way, let me catch up on comments since we are live. Let's see. Negative 20. Oh my goodness. Negative 24. Where the hell are you? Is that even a possible? Do you get to work from home? Yes, absolutely. Hell yeah. All right, I got to get rid of this freaking dog already. But yeah, no, I made a rule years ago when it took me 4 hours to get home. I said, you know what? I ain't going in if it's snowing. That's it. Not going in. I can work from home. I don't give a damn if the company's open or not. I'll work from home if it's snowing, right? Because back in the day, before laptops, you would wait. Oh, is the company open? Is the company closed? And, you know, if they're closed, great. You don't go in. You don't even work. If they're open, you're expected to go in or take a day off. But now with the laptop days, screw that. Not even risking anything. You know, if there's even a little snow, and of course any ice, yeah, I'm staying home. You don't like it? Yeah. You know. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, let me where is, I don't have a tissue in here. God damn it. Give me a second. We're not prepared today. It's a struggle bus. All right. Anyway, let's get to it. All right. So the file's ready. Let's go to ETF info. Again, this is kind of where we hold. It pulls the outstanding shares, the ETF price, the assets under management, this, that, and the other thing, 30-day IVs, all that jazz, right? But I do a little pivot table here. I like to sort it by largest fund to smallest, just to get an idea, like who's the leader here, who's the winner, who's the real champ. And the real champ is NVDY, and it's been NVDY for, you know, at least a few months, right? Maybe 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. And then it's MSTY, and then it's ULTY, and then TSLY. All right, so there's only 4 in the billion-dollar club. And then, you know, is YMAX ever going to hit a bill? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Huh? Anyway, let's go to the IV. Let's see what's brewing over here. Any suckers? Tesla's got earnings coming up. So where the hell are they? 46%? Is that even freaking updated? But I don't know. Let's what the hell is this? Obviously something's wrong with, well, feet shows PLTY is up 1,029% IV. Okay. Obviously that's wrong. But yeah. All right. Nothing. Marrow's been really the highest, or Mara, the underlying, is the highest IV of the individual tickers, and then Roblox, which assuming this is updated, of course. All right, let's move on. Let's get this freaking show moving here. We're moving slow. We're not even making progress. We're not going to go through trades because again, this is GuesstiMania, right? We get right to the main event, and the main event is the realized tab where you see all the suckers. See all the suckers here? This is how much they made for the week. Again, if it's a negative amount under grand total, then what does that mean? That means that they made money. If it's a debit amount, that means it's an overall realized loss. And of course, this is the realized income, the recognized income, the transactions that went in and out. This has nothing to do with the unrealized gains. That's, if you want that information, you got to go look at the holdings, all right? And, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. But we do look at the ETF, the movement between the ETFs week from Friday to Friday. So we do that, if it makes sense. All right. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the guys and gals that made a lot of money. And then if they made a lot of money, you would see blue because that means their yield would be over 50%. So there's quite a few. So we're going to go through them first. And then we'll go through who else moved like a lot. So let's do it. All right. So let's go here. This is the GuesstiMania file. And yeah. So should we do group one first? Just get them out of the way. I guess we can. All right. We'll keep what kind of zoom do we want? 200. Okay, how's that? Good? All right. So YMAG, they did jump up 12 cents this week. So if you look to the column furthest in the right, this is the price change. Do I take into consideration the distribution? Yes, I do. All right, so this is $13.90 is the price as of January 16th. And then $9.87 is the price as of this past Friday on the close. And then I take $9.87, but I add back the distribution that got taken out, and then I subtract that by the last Friday price, and that shows the actual price movement. So YMAX is in the negative. So if we look at YMAX, you know, that's not going to help us determine what they're going to pay, but they did pay 8 cents the past 2 weeks. So let's keep it simple. 8 cents would be a 42% yield. All right, makes sense. Anyway, let's keep going. YMAG. All right, give me 1 second. Sorry. Sorry, lots of interruptions today. What the hell are we talking about? YMAG, let's see. YMAG, 12 cents. They did go up in price, 6 cents, and then 8 cents. Yeah, I'll give them 9 because they did make 12 cents. Let's see what that turns into, a 33% yield. By the way, if you look at the price, these two suckers launched at the same time, YMAX and YMAG. And you know what? Screw it. Let's take a break and let's compare them. Like overall total return. You can't just look at the price because YMAX, I think in a lot of cases does pay more. So we go to let's go to the past month, kind of like a tie. The past 3 months, YMAG clear leader. The past 6 months, YMAG whooping ass. And if we go to all time, YMAG, oh my goodness, YMAG doubled YMAX. Total return, YMAG up 60% versus YMAX's 30%. Well, what does that tell you? The underlying matters. And the Magnificent Seven is obviously better than the bucket of everyone else. Well, he's based on that. And if you look at just the price change, yeah, I mean, same thing. YMAG whooping ass. They're both down, but you know, they're paying massive distributions, so that's no surprise. But hey, I just figured I'd do that. All right, let's keep going. ULTY. They paid 51 cents and then 50 cents. They did go up in 23 cents. So what do you think? What do you do? What do you say? I mean, the IV estimate shows 42 cents. I'm not falling for that. I'm going to give him 50. I'm going to keep him at the 50 mark. I think they're going to do their best to be as consistent as, as they used to be. Remember 8 cents, 10 cents, 9 cents in the past before the reverse split? I think they're going to try to do that again, but we shall see. Feet and 5E, again, I used to have fun with that. I don't really have time anymore. But they paid 24 and then they paid 30. I'm just going to go in the middle. Yeah, about 27. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. All right, what about 5E? They paid 17. They paid 18. I'll give them 18 again. Sounds good, bro. Brah. All right, LFGY, how you doing? 28 cents. 28 cents. What do you give them? Well, their IV estimate is 34. So 28 cents? I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, I'll give them 28 cents. Boring, I know. All right, let's go. GPTY. 33 and then 29. Okay, they did go down in price this week, so that didn't help. The IV shows 41 cents. No way. I'll give them 30 cents, though. SDTY, again, these are the 0 DTEs, SDTY, QDTY, and RDTY. Again, I don't really do much work for these suckers either, so I just give them like in between what they pay in the prior 2 weeks and then hope for the best. All right. But these are, they pay what they pay. It's really no surprises, right? And you know what? Again, another interruption. I just want to see how they're doing. SDTY, RDTY, I could spell, and SDTY, QDTY, RDTY, QGTY. All right, so let's go like over the past month. I still got YMAX and YMAG in there. Well, maybe I'll keep them in there. RDTY, well, the Russell has been kicking ass, so that one's whooping ass. This is total return, by the way. QDTY, this is over the past 3 months. RDTY still the winner, then QDTY, then SDTY, and then YMAX. See? These index funds, man, they always seem like the best route to go. This freaking heat is not on. There you go. All right, so let's look at 6 month. They've been around that long? Sure. All right, so let's see now. Oh, wow. YMAG took the lead there, and then QDTY. Interesting. And then we go to Max. Again, I don't know who's the newest fund here, but it'll go to that date, start at that date. YMAG, look at you. All right, YMAG, you surprised me, beating them. All right, Chippity Doodah whoops everyone's ass, so I won't even throw them in the chart. But they paid 51 cents and then 52 cents. Their IV is looking at 57. But hey, why not jump another penny? 53 cents, 46% yield. Then we got Salty, been paying 35 cents 2 weeks in a row. Why not make it the third? Go for it, baby. Go for it, sucker. All right. And then go from there. See, group one's easy. Now we got group two. Now these are the suckers. So what do we do here? Well, let's sort by, I'm going to sort by biggest ETF gain. All right. So we're going to do this, Z to A, and it shows the largest gains of the week. But before we even look at those, we're going to look at the highest realized gains in blue. So AIYY, they made 22 cents this week. So if we go over here, right, and we see AIYY, if we could freaking find it. Oh, I'm supposed to delete these guesstimates. There you go. I deleted them. What the hell is AIYY? They should be somewhere here. Wow, all the way down here, huh? They didn't really, yeah, they went down 50 cents. I got to zoom out a little. There's too much information we're not capturing here. There you go. All right, so what the hell is AIYY? Yeah, we don't need this field here. We can hide that. What do we got? All right, so they paid what, 18 cents and then 16 cents. But they made what, 22, we said? Yeah, they made 22 cents this week. That's realized income. All right. Now, obviously, yeah, they got to pay 90% what they make. But they had the whole first freaking year and then some. So I'm not even going to worry about that. But overall, they paid what, 18, 18, and then 16. And now they're sitting at 18 based on the IV. They made 22 cents. So I'm going to put them back up to 18. That's the safest bet, I think. By the way, since we are live, let me catch up on the comments. I'm a little behind there as well. Oh, Michigan. Good Lord. I don't want to go there. Struggle bus from work, 3.25 hours to go. Oh, boy. Nig's always working. You got it. You good. LA, hopefully you're off. Sunday, right? Let's see. 52. Cooper Tide Adventure. Uh-oh, he's giving a Misty guesstimate already. Should we see? Let's see if Misty made any money this week. We can do Misty since Cooper's here. Wow, yeah, Misty, they went up 31 cents. Okay, Cletus. All right, so let's see over here. Where do they rank on this sucker? Misty. Yeah, not a very good week here. Price movement, they went down 5%. Well, that sucks. But let's see. All right, so how much did they make again? 31 cents. Their IV estimate is 36. They paid 43 last week. Sorry, Cooper, but I don't think you're getting your 45 cents. I don't even know if you're getting 43 like you did last week. I would probably put this back down to the 41, 42 cent range, maybe even 40, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to give it 40 cents. 40 cents up on her. I don't want to quite do it, put it back in the 30s, but it's going to be 40, 41 cents. I think that's more realistic. I guess if anyone else has a guesstimate, I'll on a certain fund, I'll kind of do I'll do those first. Again, it's our show. We do whatever the hell we want today. It's Sunday. Who gives a damn? We're working on the freaking weekends. I will. Yes, I will at the end. All right, Rowdy, Piper, and a diaper. Because I get my information from LA, the appliance guy. You know. Let's see. Actually, nobody cares anymore, so nobody even says that. That was like way back in the day. Every comment, oh my god, you're so wrong. 4x leverage. Yeah, that's only in Europe though. I think. I don't think we got any of that here. We got the 3x locked in though. Okay. No one has a guess, so let's move on to, let's go back to the realized tab and see how we doing. All right, we did AIYY, and now we're going to do Circo. Circo had a really good week. They made 50 Cent, your favorite rapper. Let's see. Circo. Where are you? Circo. There you go. All right, what the heck did they did not, price change wise. Let me make sure we're just pulling up the right date. Yeah, 116 to the current date. All right. So yeah, price change wise, they went down 6.28%. Distribution. Realized income wise, they made 50 cents. All right. So based on their IV, they're going to pay 26 cents, but they did pay 29 last week and 34 the week before, 37 the week before that. So you got to think they're going to be in the high 20s. Even though, yeah, they made, like we said, 50 cents. Are they going to pay 50 cents? No, they're not. But we're going to put them higher than the IV. So I'll give them 30, even though their price went down. I'll give them 30. Am I wrong? Probably. But who's counting, right? That's right. G-Unit. All right. So let's keep going here. Realized income up in her. All right, HIYY, they made 46 cents. Okay, sucker. Let's see how that did. HIYY, look at you, bum. You're down here, bum. You lost 4.17% in price. So what's up with that? All right, what the heck did we say they make? They made actually 46 cents realized. So they're paying what, 24? The last 2 weeks they paid 24, but their IV sits at 29. So, yeah, I'll give them close to the IV. I'm not going to give them 30 cents. I'll give them 20. I'll give them the IV, 29. Oh, yeah, I got coffee here. Let me drink it. Okay, dokie. Let's keep going. Who's next up in her? We got 12 cents on Marrow. All right, let's see. Where are you? We don't know. We don't see it. There you go. All right. The way down here, they went down 5.46% in price, and they made 12 cents in realized income. They paid 13 last week. Their IV sits at 12. It's going to be 12. 12 cents. I mean, it makes sense, right? That's a 79% guesstimate yield there for Marrow. Let's keep going to the realized. Murny sits at what? 42 cents. That's how much they made per share again for this week. Murny's been doing like surprisingly well, you know, over the bunch. So let's take a look here. They actually, okay, and they're number one for the week. They went up in share price 12.72%. So they went from $18, 1882 to 2084. That's a 12% gain. Gains, bro. What do you know about gains? And they made 42 cents per share. So if we look at that, what do you do? Again, they paid 37 the prior week, 24 the week before that. I'm gonna stay with the higher number. So I'm thinking they're gonna pay like, I don't know, 38 cents, 40 cents. I don't know. I guess not 40. I guess 38. Oh, wait. That puts them at 94%. So, you know what? Why don't we just give them a 102% yield? Let's give them the 100%er. All right. Let's give them 100%. All right. So, let's see. Who else is next? All right. MSST. It doesn't matter. They're a 25%er. MSTY, we did that one, and then we got one more here. RDYY, they made 63 cents per share. Let's see, RDYY. Who the hell are they? Which is Reddit. Reddit, by the way. There they are. All right, they made, how much did they make? 63 cents per share, realized income. Their IV sits at 50, and their last payment was 39. But look at this. 2 weeks ago, they paid 65. So, like, what the hell? I mean, they're not paying 65 again. But they may pay in the 50s. So I'll give them 51. I'll be generous. Because, you know, we all like Reddit. Reddit's entertaining. That's for sure. All right. So we did the highest realized income, and now again we did sort it by the gains. So the highest gains percentage, you know, based on the share price, adding back the distribution. Let's go in order. So now we're looking at, let's see, GDXY. GDXY went up 7.94% this week. Again, adding back the distribution that was deducted on the Thursday. Okay. Okay, Cleanest. Okay. All right. Anyway. So let's see. GDXY, what do we got? We got 12 cents, and then we got 16 cents for the past 2 weeks, and their IV sits at 16 cents, but they went up $1.35. I guess the dog is going to be part of the video today. Well, I'll give him a jump. I'll give him 17 cents. That'll be a 48% yield. AMDY, they paid 32 and 35 the last 2 weeks. They went up to 91, man. 7.6% gain this week. So I'm going to give them I can't give them. The IV is 45 cents. Damn, that's massive. That is massive. All right, fine. I'll give him 42. That's high. That's an increase. It's a nice increase from the prior week. All right, fiat. Does anyone give a damn about fiat? Maybe. 24, then 26. They went up $1.85 this week, 7.15%. Their IV sits at 29. So yeah, man, I'll give them their IV. You know what? I'll give them a penny more. I'll give them in the 30s, 30 cents. All right. Let me catch up on some comments, and then we'll keep this going. We're 30 minutes in. And we're going. Yeah, Lower Alabama. Come on, Crystal Ball. Come on, you should know that. MSTR closed last Friday at 163, and Misty closed at 29.85. Let's see. We got that info here. Misty closed at 29. I'm showing 29.83. MSTR closed at I'm showing 163.11. So, yeah. Well, based on that, again, it's a loss. They both went down for the week. But anyway, let's keep going. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. All right. What we got here? Yeah, I assume you guys can hear the dog. It's just chaos here lately. I mean, morning videos are just, it's not a good idea anymore. I'm trying to keep them going, but it's not ideal because by the time I'm done, it's just like, you know, it's like Royal Rumble, you know, like old school Royal Rumble, if you get what I'm saying. All right. CVNY, how we doing? Well, they went up 5.8%. They had a 31-cent payment and then a 23-cent payment. So let's see. What do we want to give them? Their IV is at, I mean, look at this. Their IV is at 54 cents. Are you freaking kidding me? Where is it taking the price from? 39.39. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, man. What do you give them? I mean, do you give them the IV? They had a really good week. I don't know. I don't give them 35 cents. 46%. Yeah, no way. Oh, man. All right. We'll do it. We'll give them 50. All right. G Unit's back again. I don't know if that's going to be right, but we'll see. Carvani's, they're surprisingly doing decent. But yeah, let me try to bring the dog in here so she shuts up. All right. Dog taken care of. Where are we? Double D sleeping in. Good for you. Jealous. Holly hates the camera. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get Willow is her name. I'll get her on the camera one day. Yeah, the good Royal Rumbles. Everything was a freaking surprise. You didn't know like who's coming out when. Man, old school wrestling's the best. Sounds like dividend's going to be rough this. Wait, do I have that sound here? Let's see. I got sounds here. I don't think so. What's this? Oh, there you go. That's good enough, right? All right. Anyway, let's keep going. FBY. All right. They went up 55 cents this week. That's not your favorite rapper. They went up 4.63%. They paid 4 cents last week. They paid 5 cents the week before. Their IV sits in, man, I think we're going to get good payments. Look at their IV. 9 cents. 9 cents. Is it earnings time or what? Yeah, I'm going to give them, I don't know, 8 cents? 7? Looking at the past payments, the highest of the 5, is 7 cents. But all right, GMEY, how we doing? No, how we doing? All right, they're paid 20 and 33 the week before. They made $1.48. Their IV sits at 30. So I'm going to give them basically their IV. I'm going to give them 31 cents. Only because, again, they did perform good this week. So Let's keep going. And Babo had 8 cents and then 12 cents. They went up 3.36%, 48 cents in total. Their IV sits at 12. So yeah, I'm going to give them their IV. I'm going to be IVing right now. A little more than the IV though, because these are the good performers. They had a really good week. Zomo, they paid 6 cents and then 8 cents. They went up 2.67% for the week. They made, they moved up 33 cents. So I'm going to be on the high end. Their IV is at 6, but they paid 8 cents last week. So I want to give them 8 cents again. Again, should historical data matter? Probably not, but I'm using it. Anyway, 28 cents and then 34 cents. Their IV sits at 32, 91 cent change, 2.51% gain for the week. TSLY. Oh, Tesla has earnings this week. By the way, I'm probably going to do it. Slowly jumping back into the wheel on TSLY. Oh, I'm going to do one trade over earnings, just one, just to get that IV, utilize that IV, get some of that premium. And then if it drops, oh yeah, I'm back, baby. If it goes up, okay, maybe I'm not back. Maybe I'll wait to wheel TSLY. But I'm going to do an aggressive first trade, maybe in the money even. Why not? It's just one contract. Have fun with it. Play with some numbers. But yeah, kind of missed the wheel strategy. I love the Roddy. I'm going to somehow do both. But again, Roddy, I'm slowly going to exit positions. I'm going to do a less amount of positions. I know this is a YieldMax video, so I'll shut up. All right. Anyway, 34 cents and then 28 cents. How we doing? They went up 91 cents. So Tesla, yeah, they had a good, like we said, had a good week. I'll give them their IV. I'll give them a penny more. Round up. Yeah. Winter 57 then 44. They went up 77 cents. Their IV sits at 41. Yeah, they had a good week. So usually when they have a good week, they pay. These suckers pay. The inverses, they pay. It's snowing out there, man. Nice. I'll share some picks. Maybe I should make a short. I never make shorts anymore. I always try to avoid putting the kids in the shorts, but you know what? Who cares? Who is my favorite rapper? Is that for me? Who is that for? I mean, I always like B.I.G., man. His crap is the best. But there's been like Nelly was always awesome back in the day. I don't know. There was a lot. I liked Eminem. I still do, even though he's, I'm not going to go there, but you get what I'm saying. Let's see. Rod's Season of Poison. Yeah, no Poison Ivy this year. I'm going to learn. Tupac was awesome too. Tupac. But man, that's West Coast, man. Don't be a traitor, Double D. You got to stick with Biggie. Some shorts in the snow. Yeah, that's why I usually get sick. All right, let's go. ABNY. I'm going to start rapping. You guys are going to make me start rapping? All right. They paid 28 and then 22. They went up 1.31%, 59 cents. Their IV sits at 37. So I'm going to give them a little, again, penny more than the IV. And MSFO, they paid 5 cents the last 3 weeks. They paid 5 cents. They went up in share price 17 cents, though, and their IV sits at 9 cents. I mean, I guess I can't give them 9 if they keep paying 5. I'm going to give them 7. I think 7's a safe bet. All right, let's keep going. Up in her, up in her. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool. Up in her, up in her. All right, anyway, Snoy, look at this. What a roller coaster. 9, 10, 8, 6, 7. IV, 10. Gains, 11. The hell? What are we supposed to guess here? You know what? I'll give him 0.1. Snoy always surprises us because they're Snoy. All right, I don't know where that came from, but I feel like that's now the noise of Snoy. You guys are going to love that. XYZY, how we doing? Well, they paid 37, then they paid 26, and then they went up 29. Their IV is 29. 29 it is. That's an easy one. All right. NVDY, the GOAT. Yes, the GOAT. Well, and Chippy, of course. Look at this. 10, 9, 8. No way. No 7. Their IV's sitting at 10. They went up 12 cents. So you know what? Back up to 10 they go. Then the countdown maybe resumes. All right. What about dips? Dips is the last sucker that moved up in price. They made 42 cents. Their IV sits at 37-cent payment. So, yeah, I'll give them the IV. Again, the inverse ones I always feel like are generous. But what the hell do I know, bro? All right, so that's basically what we did so far. We went through the ones that made the most realized income, and then we went through the ones who made the most gains for this week. Last step is now we're going to sort by the assets under management, aka OM, and we'll see, because we do want to, you guys obviously, you're here for the popular ones. So now these are the popular ones. It's not a popularity contest, but you might as well cover the popular ones. We did NVDY, we did MSTY, we did TSLY. Now we're on. Oh, you know. 49 cents, 43 cents. I know that's not their voice, but 40 cents, 39 cents, 22 cents. What did you do to your call? 39 cents. All right, so they did pay 39 2 weeks ago. Then they paid 22. Their IV sits at 39, though. I'm doing it. 39. In your face, sucker. That's a 55% yield. So you. All right, I'm taking a sip of coffee. Let me catch up on the live chat because, again, we're live. If anyone cares, we're live. Let's see. Miggs is abandoning us. I'm not sure if that's acceptable, but we'll have to talk to him later. Some work came up, but we got to talk to his boss, I guess. Health and Wealth is awake. I'm sure he has about quadruple the snow that we all have. Snow is just a normal thing for him. I think he said on his short, he already has 5 feet. I mean, that's crazy, man. You crazy. I love you, man, but you crazy. All right. Let's see. Oh, Bruce is awake. Good morning. All right. Yeah, Mike's used to it. He can do it. But he's got the snowblower, right? He's got the this, the that. Us over here now, we shovel, That's what the men do. They shovel, right? We don't use snow blowers. I'm kidding. When I have 5 feet of snow, yeah, I'm getting a snowblower. All right, PLTY, how we doing? Again, I don't know, man. Look at the last payments: 51, 45, 41, 37. The IV sits at 53, though. I'm gonna give him high. I don't know. Just a tough one. They did lose. They went down in price. I'm gonna give him back. I'm gonna give him 45 cents because they paid that not that long ago. GDXY we covered. AMZ. Let's look at their history. 7, 6, 6, 9, 6. Should I do 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7? Their IV shows 10. Sure. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. All right. GUI. What are we doing? We're gooing it. We're Googling it. They paid 8, 8, 7, 9, 10. Their IV sits at 10. Will they pay 10 again? Why not? They'll pay 10 again. They're Google. They could do whatever they want. Simsy Suckers 9, 9, 7, 8, 11. IV sits at 12. I'm going to give them 11 again. HOOY, or shall we say HOOY? 68, 57, 55, 55, 46, IV 51. I'll give them 50. Again, we're feeling it. We're feeling 50 in the house. All right. Aptly 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. IV 6. So they're getting 5. All right. We did MSTY. We did all these suckers. Netflix, man. Their earnings, yeah, we thought they were going to have good earnings, and then nope. I don't even know what the hell the earnings said, but I just know the stock went down. Again, that's why I should not trade the individual tickers too much, because I don't look at it enough. All right, 87766676767. Are they going to pay 7? Yeah, we got to do it. 6767. All right, so YBits. Yeah, who the hell knows what YBit pays, man? Their IV sits at 23. They paid 33 last week. Ooh, that's an ugly. That's an ugly, man. I'll give them 25 cents. You know, what does a quarter get you nowadays? TSMY. TSMY. They paid 18 cents last week. Their IV is god awful at 10 cents. This is not, I don't know, not pretty, but I'll give them 11. OARC, 21 last week, 24 the week before that, 27 IV. I'll give them 25, I guess. 25 cents. That seems to be the going rate. And then, all right, that's pretty much it on the popular ones, if that makes sense. So now what we're going to do, we're going to sort by who's left, do like a Z to A. And then, oh, there's not that many. We went through most of it. And then we go copy this. And then we go here, right click. Again, this is the lazy version, pay special values, and we give them the IV. And it's pretty simple. All right. And now what do we do here? Well, this one is just a copy paste special. What do? We take the target yield, which is 25%, right? So, you know, you guys know this, but obviously if it's a target 25%, they're gonna usually pay. It depends on the timing of the price and whatnot, but this is the price as of Friday. MSST sits at 42, NVIT sits at 49, so test sits at 52. So obviously, since test has the highest price at the moment, 25% of the highest price, obviously going to be the highest distribution. So all you do is you multiply 25% times the ETF price divided by 52 freaking weeks, because they're a weekly payer too. And then you get the distro. So it's going to be around this price here. Pay special. Boom. There you go. All right. Easy enough. Let me catch up on some comments. We in the club. Go, go. Go, go. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. All right. Anyway, I'll stop. Let's see. That's why you move, you trader. All right, let's keep going. All right. Oh yeah, Piper, you still here? Hello, Mr. Piper. Piper. You want the house money? Fine. I'll give you some house money. Let's see what these suckers are doing. Again, we want to make sure we're capturing the latest distributions, which we are. All right, there we go. All right. So again, for the group 1, no one's at 100%. All right. But YMAX is number 1. What the heck was that? I don't even know. But so YMAX at 78%, ULTY at 76%, and then YMAG at 72%. So they're getting there, but they're not at house money. All right. How long they've been out? A long time. YMAX did launch before YMAG. Okay. 740 days they've been out. YMAG's been around 27 days, and then ULTY 697. So, but yeah, who's gonna? ULTY's bigger than both of them combined. Combined, they have assets under management of 970 mil. All right. Let's keep going down here now. And now we're in group 2. We're going to sort by house money. And let's see. So Misty, I mean, obviously Misty's the winner, always. Maybe that'll change one day, because NVDY, you know, they're still holding strong on their price. Their price is at what? No, current price, $14.50. Again, they launched at 20, and they've paid out since then $37. Think about that. They launched at 20. They paid you $37 per share, and they still sit at $14.50. So, you know, the fund is doing fantastic. It is. NVIDIA is doing fantastic. So you need the good underlying. You know, MSTY was always doing fantastic until the recent fall, you know, over the past year or so. It's like, whew, it just shows you, like, is it worth it? I don't know. CONY 161, PLTY 129, XYZY 103. And then you got a bunch of suckers at 95. It's the race to 100. AMDY, Phoebe, and NVDY race to 100. TSLY's at 92, AMZ 91, SNOY at 81. OARC has been around since the very beginning, and they're sitting down here at 80%. Loser. I'm kidding. We love you, OARC. Not really, but yeah. Anyway, HOOY 79. PP. Good job, PP 76. And yeah. And that's Murney 60. Okay. Who's the biggest loser? Berk C. Well, again, their IV is not really that high. And then HI, you know, again, the newer funds are pretty much the biggest losers. But yeah, so that's the house money, if that makes sense. If you care. Does anyone care? Is anyone still awake? I am number one. All right, let's see. Rod L is here. Are you sweating? Who's sweating? No one's sweating here. We're all freezing our ass off. It's coming down pretty hard now. I'm excited for the snow. I'm not going to lie. Tomorrow's going to be a little rough, though, because I'm working and the kids are going to be home. But working. We'll see how much working. You guys have any questions? You want me to show you anything before I run away or play some music? He is there. Good. You made it. You made it. The video's not over, though. You got to hang out for the keyword. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of YieldMax still. Actually, yeah, while I'm here, I want to see what ULTY's holding lately. Let's see where ULTY is. All I hear is something like toys coming down the stairs. Where the hell is ULTY? Let me know if you see it. There it is. Okay. Let me zoom out so we can actually 150's already zoomed out. All right. So what are they holding nowadays? Google, Amplify Junior, Silver. Hey, anything silver. Good. Analog Devices, Applied Materials, Astera Labs, Coherent, Corning. Okay, Corning. It's an interesting company name. Jabil, Lamb, Vegas, Sands Corp. Let's go. Eli Lilly, Strategy. Yeah, hopefully it moons. MonGod, NVIDIA, NewScale, Palantir, Quanta, Reddit. Oh, man, Robinhood, I hate you. Roblox. Just kidding, Robinhood. But go up for once in your life. Yeah, and then here's all the covered calls on all those funds. Okay. Sound good? Sound good? Good. All right. Let's see. Sweating, treadmill day. I still have ULTY, YMAX, PLTY, TSLY, and Babo. And Norman, or Normo Rutledge, 2825 likes ULTY. KSLV is the winner. Yeah. Well, what is that? The Curve Silver Fund? Let's see if it is the winner. KSLV. Is that an income fund? Yeah, man. It is the winner. It is whooping all the asses. Wow. That's insane, man. Is that an income fund? I haven't looked at Curve. I haven't looked at really any of these funds. I gotta get with it. Dividend yield 4%. That's it. Ugh. Yuck. Let's see. Yeah, they pay monthly. All right. But hey, it's better than nothing. Yep, monthly income. ULTY, and MSTY. KSLV pays monthly. KSLV for the weekend. Yeah, people are showing like silver's up over the weekend. Silver I guess I should have gotten SLV when it dropped not that long ago. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, look at this thing, man. It's at $100 now, I think. I don't know. Freaking nuts, man. Freaking nuts. But yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Whatever. But you know, as quick as it goes up, we'll enter the wrong time, then we'll go down with it, right? Or maybe we just add it, you know, add to it, just like we're adding Bitcoin. Add gold, add silver. Maybe I'll do a daily buy. Nah, I don't know. All right, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, I did find an old video for you guys. It's my first TSLY video ever. So it's done on mobile app. Not mobile app, but mobile website. You can see the YieldMax website from way back in the day. It's actually here. Let's see. I'll give you some. Oh no, when I give you sound, you can't hear it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I'll give you full screen too. How about that? So let me. I'll hit play, and then I'm going to play my song, and then we're going to come back and do the keyword. But before that, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Clearly, this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is the options roundtable with the option peeps. All right? I'll mute it, even though it doesn't matter for you guys. It matters for me. All right, so let's play the ROD song.
Ooh. Yeah. Good morning, friends. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Built, not sold, yeah, intentionally. No hype talk, just clarity. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Mid-40s, married man, house stay loud. Raising up boys, turning boys into men. New puppy running, chaos around. Still clocking in, but he plotting the end. Giants fan scars, yeah, he wear that pain. Smiles through the losses like part of the game. Never throw shots, never talks that mess. Builds people up, less results address. Streams every day, never missing a beat. YouTube live X when the mic get heat. Not selling dreams, just showing the math. Wins and drawdowns, full on his path. Spreadsheet brain with a streetwise frame. Plays of discipline, never chasing fame. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Yeah. Options on screen, risk handle precise. Structures built calm, every move got a price. Cover calls roll, protection in place. Time on his side, patience setting the pace. They say slow down, he say stay exact. Same calm tone when the market snap. Runs through mud, just to test that will. Same mindset when the chart goes still. Sings on the post, crowd laugh, he grin. Go dig a hook, but the lesson still win. Movie quotes fly, wrestling frame. Serious work, but he keep it light, man. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. If you want that life, say freedom with me. This was for fun and entertainment purposes. I hope you have fun and were entertained. And if not, I'll do better next time. And if you made it this far, and you want to make sure everybody knows, you got to say the keyword. Freedom!
Alrighty, that was the song. You can see this old ass video via portrait because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So obviously the view is a little tough to look at. But if you made it this far in the video and you would like to prove it to myself and all the suckers out here, I'm going to do the keyword since you guys are lazy. Snow. Snow is the keyword. I mean, that's it, right? Pretty much everywhere today. Snow. Snow, 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 snow. It's snowing. All right. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to type in snow, not snowy, snow. All right. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Have fun shoveling. Later.